Oh, why hello there. I said hello there. Episode 5 of the Zoom Out podcast. You know it's live. Okay. Zoom. Okay, hello. How you doing? Let's turn this music off and get to actually talking about some stuff. Welcome back to the 5th episode of the Zoom Out podcast. I am your host, Vaughn Baptiste. You are listening to the best podcast in order to continue to be patient with yourself. I'm going to make patience is the key as the thing here. Because, that's kind of where I was going with the last episode. So, I might as well continue it. That's going to be the thing for the continuation of this whole podcast, just so that I can continue that mindset of just give yourself time. I know this is going to be a long process for me to deal with. I need to think of more creative things to talk about. And today, actually, I figured I'd talk about my favorite topic in length. You guys are about to listen to me ramble for probably a half an hour to an hour. I'm going to be thoroughly honest with you because my playlist has been eating recently. Like, I'm not going to lie. There's been a lot of albums recently that have came out and they have all been amazing. Now, I'm actually, so yeah, we're talking about music today. The entire time is just going to be about music because I love what's been happening for the past 3 days or 4 days, 5 days, whatever, past week. So there's been some great albums that came out this past weekend and this past month, 2 months, stuff like that I wanted to talk about a little bit. And I guess I'll obviously first go with the Chromacopia album by Tyler, the Creator. I'm not one of those rap fans or artist fans that have been around to listen to Wolf and all his other albums. I'm definitely getting to that, but I did listen to Flower Boy, Call Me If You Get Lost, Igor, and all of those albums have been fantastic back to back. He's a great goddamn artist, but Chromacopia that just came out this Monday at 6 a.m. I listened to it in the best way that you could listen to an album in the Royal Throne, the bathroom. It was where I was in the morning and I wanted to listen to his album, so I might as well. And I was sitting on there for an hour just jamming to every single song. That album was straight heat. The entire time was fire. So obviously, like I said, the album was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I guess anybody who's listening to this podcast, you guys, if you listen to it, you most likely enjoyed it. If you didn't, more power to you. The subject matter on that album was mainly, it seemed as if he was just talking about just like how it is to grow up in the way that he did, with his mother treating him a certain way because of his father, and also just kind of like coming to terms with the fact that he's older now and he has a lot he got going on. He doesn't understand if he's going to end up being into actual relationships, and just like the overarching feeling of being too old for how certain people be acting. Like the main thing that he kind of drove home with on this album was the fact that, like, how are you going to extend somebody like, yeah, that's my brother, this, that, and the third, and you've only met them that one day, or you guys acting tough when you guys came out of 2-parent households. Like, it's just he was kind of just picking up a mirror to himself and also the fans. Speaking of the fans, I did want to talk about the fact that a lot of this album, specifically the song Noid, spoke about how, well, actually including the music video as well, with, I believe her name was Ida Ejubari or something like that. But that music video and song made me realize how powerful the fans are, because these artists are terrified of like these artists are terrified to be their own selves or say a certain thing or do a certain thing because the fans will pick up their cameras and record them saying this, that, and the third, or record them getting rowdy because because they didn't want to talk to fans. They didn't want to talk. No, not even fans. They didn't want to talk to stans, or they didn't want to talk to the people that are like super weird about their fandom with the artist. Like they try to figure out what they've eaten with like the person they met someone with and this, that, and the third. It's just super weird, and they basically are just being very parasocial, and that's like the main thing that is the problem with a lot of fans, which I never understood, like the parasocialness. Like, you don't know this individual. Like, it's okay to like their music. I love JID's music. JID is my favorite rapper right now, and there is no way, shape, or form I'm about to be as parasocial as a lot of these other people. If I meet this dude in person, I'm gonna dap him up, shake his hand, this, that, and the third, take a picture, and be good for the rest of my life. Hey man, I could glaze because he's my favorite rapper, but look, man, I ain't gonna lie. I don't see myself doing some crazy stuff like these people be doing, but that also is basically how it feels like I'm going to be when it comes to if I ever meet Tyler, the Creator. Like, he genuinely seems like he's like, even I remember seeing some videos where he was also saying like, yeah, I'm not going to I'm not going to talk to the people like these people are weird. Like, there's a lot of people who just do a lot of weird stuff when it comes to the people that they like, and they expect that they can do whatever and just be perfectly fine, even though they don't realize that that person that they're such big fans of are also human. So they should be able to go outside without being berated. Go outside without being berated. And also, they should just be able to exist without there being like a bunch of people coming to their tables asking for pictures while he's out going to dinner with like a friend or something. Like, it's weird. But back to the album. That album, man, oh man, oh man, that album was great. I thoroughly enjoyed not even almost. Every single song on that album was fantastic. I feel as if he put his foot into this album. Like, I'm being so serious. He killed it with this joint. But just to go off the first day thoughts that I had on the album, I thought it was just great all around. There was great like I said, great subject matter. The beats were amazing. Great vocals from Tyler, the Creator himself. And then I'll get into like the features and stuff in a second. But like, I feel like Tyler's rapping ability was amazing during the entire thing. And also, I feel as if he has definitely found like his path when it comes to rapping. And I like it. I like it very much. On top of that, man, when I come back to the features of this gosh darn album, man, Lord have mercy, the features went crazy. But before I get into that, I'll just go into this, like, each song one by one and just explain the ones I liked. What am I talking about, man? I like the whole goddamn album. Y'all heard me say that 4 times. Some of my favorites, Ratata, the beat on that album, the beat on that song, fantastic from top to bottom. The like so good. And a part of that song that I really enjoyed was the part where he said, I'm paranoid now because niggas weird and really bums. I'm paranoid now because niggas weird and really bums. Like, he just kept saying it over and over again. And then it went from like there being the beat still playing to it being like the ending, and it was transitioning into paranoia, so it made sense. But just like that alone was just hilarious to me because he was just saying it over and over again, and that just reminded me of the eating a burger with no honey mustard. I'm sorry for anybody who just heard that and got cringy. I'm sorry, but that's just what reminded me of it. So I was like, okay, yeah, Tyler, the Creator is a clown, and I love it. By far, maybe my favorite song on this album, Darling I. Now, granted, the song itself is about the fact that Tyler is having trouble with the fact that he probably won't, like, he believes that he won't find love because, like, apparently the music stuff is fulfilling everything that he wants, and for him to be able to get like settle down and be with another person might be a little bit of a struggle to him, because there was a part where he was just saying he's thinking new crib and maybe few kids until he get infatuated with a new chick, like that's just like the subject matter within that song. But when it came to the song, when the vocals of like the high pitched darling I be falling in love, sorry, like something like that, like it's just sounded fun and like energetic, so that you're immediately just ready to start dancing and stuff like that. And then the goat Tizo Touchdown decided to pull up and do more background vocals like he did off this other song. What song was it? I met her last week, sounding through the cold backstreets. There you go. That he did with Don Toliver. Like he always is. He's been doing a lot of like really good background vocals for people's music. Tizo Touchdown is another one this year that came out without. No, he came out with that album last year, but like that album was great, and I'm waiting for this next one that he's gonna drop soon. I can't wait. I cannot wait for it. But yeah, there's that, and then another song I want to talk about is Sticky. That was another. Oh my God, that song was amazing through and through, from top to bottom. And I did not expect Glorilla to pull up and start rapping the way that she did, like. In the way that the beats came in, oh my goodness, the whole freaking thing was amazing, and I loved it. And the way that she came in was great. The way that Sexy Red came in after was pretty good too. I'm not the biggest fan of Sexy Red, just because I don't know. I don't know. It's just me personally. When her voice came on, I was just like, but she definitely did good though. I enjoyed her verse on it. And then the sneak god damn man, the sneak Lil Wayne feature. The sneak Lil Wayne feature was great. That it was fantastic, and the fact that even with the fact that all these people weren't on it, Tyler the Creator was still coming back and dropping a couple bars on the in between, and I will 100% say that when it came to that song specifically, it sounded as if, and this is the reason why I immediately liked it, because and I saw a video actually earlier today, and it was basically saying like it was so, I don't know how else to say it, but it was black as hell. Like it sounded like, if you went to like a public school, you'll know a lot about this, but if you remember back when you was in high school, middle school, whatever, and y'all were at the lunch table and there was just a random person hitting the table, making a beat with like a pen and just his hand just like going crazy on a beat, and then all of a sudden different people from the table start going in, putting their 4 bars in, and then it's just like a whole get together, like it's a whole family reunion type thing, and everybody's just having a good time. That is why that song was so good, because it felt like it was just like everybody in there. And then right afterwards, once they got to the ending part and they added the trumpets and all that type of stuff, that's when it immediately switched from a lunch table to a HBCU marching band. Now granted, I don't go to a HBCU, so whatever, but it felt like I was just in the middle of a HBCU dance like performance at a football game. Like, oh my goodness, it was great. I loved that song. That was a great song. But another song that I will say was really good too, and the fact that he didn't like list any of the names on this project that were going to be on it made it even better, 10 times better. Actually, briefly, real quick, before I get into the other song, I'm going to talk about Take Your Mask Off. That song was great too, with the Childish Gambino feature, like that was just in the background doing the vocals at the ending of the song. That was great too. It definitely helped out. His vocals definitely helped out with the music. It just sounded like you were floating damn near in the entire album, to be honest with you, in that song specifically as well. And then Thought I Was Dead. That's another song that I really enjoyed. I was not expecting a Schoolboy Q feature. That was great. Thoroughly enjoyed that. I remember at the start of this topic, I was talking about the fact that I was sitting on a goddamn table, not sitting on the toilet. I apologize. And I was just like going like the entire time I was listening to this album and I got to these specific songs. I was like, yo, this is amazing. Meanwhile, I've been sitting in the bathroom for about an hour. I'm so glad I don't have a roommate because my roommate would probably been pissed off at that moment. But whatever. And then Balloon, another great song that was really good. That song had Doechii on it, and I'm pretty sure on the other episode I was talking about how I enjoyed her Alligator Bites Never Heal album. Or not, I think that was a mixtape actually. But regardless, it was a really good feature after that album coming out, so that like you know that she's still about to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I love her music. But yeah, those are a couple songs that I like the most. I enjoyed every single song off this album. Me personally, I say it's about a 9.5 out of 10, maybe a 10. There's realistically not really any skips on here. You can listen to the whole thing through and through, but like those specific songs that I threw in were really good. There was another song I want to mention, I Killed You, which feels as if he was just talking about how he had to kill a part of himself to like fit in with other people because he was like one of the weird kids and stuff like that, and it was good. But okay, there's that song, that album, Tyler the Creator's Chromacopia. Fantastic album. I will say that 1000%. Give a clap for that album. That was great. I have been listening to that for the past the past couple of days now, over and over again the entire time. Fantastic. Next, I have the Samara Sin album. I'm pretty sure I talked about her couple singles that came out beforehand, like maybe in episode 1 or 2. And Samara Sin still has yet to not spaz on a song. But she did like she dropped the album called The Drive Home, and there's a couple songs on there that I like too. 100 Square Feet, Rolling Stone, Entry 149, obviously Chrome and Sinner are some good songs as well. All in all, I think Samara Sin is still going to be really good when it comes to like her subject matters and like how braggadocious she is. I love that, which is why I like her and Doechii so much, because like they're very braggadocious with their music, and I want to listen to more of those type of female rappers, which is why I also put I needed more really good women in my playlist that were rappers, because I mean I only really listen to R&B, to be thoroughly honest with you, and that's where the women are like going crazy. But they coming back with the rappers now too, because like those two, freaking Glorilla, Meg Thee Stallion going crazy, like the women going crazy, and I need the dudes to like pick up some slack, because golly, bruh. That's why I got my GOAT JID. Anyway, let me stop. But yeah, she's gonna be I feel like she's gonna be another really popular artist very soon. She did great with the album, and like I said earlier, my playlist is going crazy as of now. Another album that I have seriously enjoyed recently, Devon Terrell's album that came out called I'm Trying. I wrote that they had like there was some great vocals on this song. Devon Terrell is a great singer. I've been listening to him since about 2015 with Futuristic, when they came out with the Coast to Coast album, and it was just some good rapping on that album mixed with some singing, which is kind of like a Drake vibe a little bit, but it was really good to hear, like after all of these years, him Devon Terrell still coming out with some really good music. Every album he's been coming out with very recently has been really good in my opinion. There was some heavy production on this I'm Trying album. I loved it. The subject matter was very inspirational. Every single song on there made you feel as if you could get up and start the day, like type, you know what I mean, like type of thing. And it definitely made me happy to see that like the artist that I'm still listening to about 9 years later is still going strong, and I've enjoyed the entire listening process all the way through. And two songs specifically that I loved on that album, actually no, three of them would be Come Down, which is another, I think that's, all of these songs are just vibe songs, I'm gonna be honest with you. So Come Down, Jump specifically is one that was very inspirational, because the subject matter in that song is literally like, time will always continue to go forward, and if you don't take the time to actually do what you want to do in this life and doing stuff like that, and jump to the occasion and do it, nothing will ever get done. So you might as well just jump to it. And I enjoyed that a lot. That made me very much happy, and it inspired me to continue doing what I'm currently doing. And then another song, I would say Right to My Left. Right to My Left. And I feel like that's a good song for like, that's a good like relationship type song in my opinion. Like it just feels like, cause basically what the song is about is just him saying that there was a lot of people in his life that did him dirty in a certain sense, and he found someone that he would always want to be by his side. And I feel the same exact way at the current moment. So yeah. That's that album, Devon Terrell, I'm Trying. Highly recommend that album. I've favorited almost every song on that album as well. Another person that I've been really enjoying listening to recently, El Mean. I'm pretty sure I have talked about him too. And I'm pretty sure he is a UK artist. Like I said prior, I believe. He came out with an album or a little EP called Any Way I Can, and I have loved every song I have heard from him as of recently, and I thoroughly recommend him. He is a very, very soulful artist, and he's a beautiful singer. I'll just say that. Like, it sounds very soulful, very like 1980s voice, just like on some smooth stuff, and I love it. I just started listening to him, and he might end up being one of my favorite artists in the future. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some songs that I really do recommend you guys listen to would be obviously Light Work. Light Work was my jam for like a good 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks maybe. I could just say a month. Anyway, Crystal Tears was great. Something that a song that has been on repeat for the past couple of days actually. Dark Out, Season of Thieves. It's like a short 1 minute and 56 seconds song, but it just sounds so good. And because like the way that he's singing it is very like smooth and like. It just you sound like it's just as you're floating, man. Like I don't know what other way to say it. You're floating, man. Because like hearing him go like, hold on, it's dark out. Where is the love now? You left me lonely in the season of thieves all alone. You came round, I let my guard down. You left me lonely in the season of thieves. Hold on, like. Just from that alone, it just sounds really good, and I love it. As you can tell, I love talking about music. I've been going on for 24 minutes at this point. Anyway. So yeah, that song has been one of my favorites from this album so far. I've been on repeat with that one. And then Anyways, which is another song that I've been listening to as well. And it just has it has a very slow start, and I love it actually. It sounds so soulful. Like it brings real R&B feeling back, and I love it. It's something that I've genuinely enjoyed recently. And the vocals on that song, just the same as all the other vocals I've been talking about. Great, fantastic. Even once again, I recommend it. Sorry for whispering in your ears. Another album that I would want to talk about, Rebirth by the DC by DC the Don. The whole album here, this whole album is fire. Good rapping. Like he's one of those underground rappers, one of the underground SoundCloud rappers, but I just feel like his stuff is fire. He's like a rock star type thing, and it's been pretty good every time I've listened to a single song from him. I've favorited a bunch of the songs on here as well. Holy Matrimony is one of my favorite songs on this album. Especially when he's doing like the high note on the chorus and stuff like that. It just sounds very good. I feel like I'm doing like a lot of blanket statements over and over again, but like, I'm sorry. That's the only way I know how to describe it. It's like, it adds such flavor to it to like have a good, I don't know, man. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble. But yeah, that song was great. Can You Breathe? I'll say every song on this album has an amazing beat to it. The drums hit as the exact way they need to. The melodies hit the exact way they need to. Fantastic through and through and through and through. I will say also, since I am following I'm Dante, who was actually a friend of his, and a streamer that I've talked about before. He posted on his story that there was like a live concert that the fans could watch on YouTube, and I decided to listen to it or to watch it as like my first rundown of the album, with also getting to see how DC performs. And I will say, when I said rock star earlier, I really meant it. Like he knows how to get I'm not even really a concert type of person. I haven't gone to one just because I don't like that shoulder to shoulder bumping type of thing. But he seems like his music is awesome. So like when it comes to that being transferred into the actual like performing sphere, he knows how to get a crowd going, and just how to get somebody hype. Like I respect it. And I was just when I was listening to this album, I was dancing in my car. Not in my car. I don't even have one. Dancing in my room, just like vibing to it the entire time. And the reason why I've been saying that my playlist has been going crazy recently is because like I've been talking about, I just went through 4 albums just now. One of them that came out on Wednesday, which was the DC the Don album last week, actually, that came out. Then the I'm Trying album by by Devon Terrell, and then the Samara Sin album. And then the Tyler the Creator album came out on Monday. Those other albums came out Friday. Like, I've been getting good music recently. I love it. And then another album that came out actually a couple weeks ago, by the name of October Nights by October London, actually came out as well. And my sister Tiffany put me onto his music, specifically with the rebirth of Alvin. What? The rebirth of Marvin, Marvin Gaye, obviously. And that album made me realize specifically how good of an artist that October London is. He definitely has a lot of, I would say a lot of inspiration from Marvin Gaye. His vocal inflections sound almost similar in a sense. And he has the same like old school music, like instrumentals and music and stuff like that. And it sounded amazing. His singing voice is very bright and mature, and he's like a very soulful singer. And I'm looking forward to more music from him. I will talk about some of the songs that I liked from his album very quickly. A Beautiful Woman, that's a great song. And Kill Shot, another fantastic song. Bedroom Bully with Tyrese, fantastic song as well. And Missing You was another great one. So I'm really hoping that anyone who's listening to this definitely goes and checks out those songs. They're fantastic, and I really want to put y'all on to some good music, man. I'm not going to lie to you. And real quick, I'll just do like a little honorable mention. There was an album that came out maybe at the beginning of October, and that was Sam Tompkins' Hi, My Name is Insecure. And that album might be one of my favorites from this year so far. I thoroughly enjoyed every single song off of it. It made me feel like I was being heard in a sense, because like obviously there's a lot of things in my life that I'm insecure about, and there were some songs on there that really like made me feel like I was being heard, like I just said. There's a song called See Me, which I related to a little bit as well. It was basically like it's a song about how, like at the start of the song, I'll say specifically, he was talking about how he was too scared to take off his shirt in front of other people at the pool and stuff like that, and just like little things that people are insecure about, like the way that like their body looks and stuff like that. And I feel like I've had a couple of those moments, obviously, and just being afraid that other people will judge you and stuff like that. It was a very relatable song in a sense, and there were other good songs on that album that kind of brought the same feeling to me, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and I highly recommend people to listen to that album seriously, because it just felt good to know that I wasn't the only one that could kind of feel these type of things as well. So yeah, I want to say that, yeah, I really recommend you guys listen to all these albums that I just mentioned. There's some other albums that are about to come out soon. Mac Ayres is coming out with an album. Mac Ayres is one of my favorites as well. He's been coming out with nothing but bangers recently. And I say bangers, I really just mean good songs, because like he's an R&B artist, to be honest, and it's just great songs. So just when I say bangers, you get what I'm saying. Lil Uzi Vert is coming out with his album Eternal Take Two. It's been a couple years since that last album, and a lot of those songs were great too. And it was probably about time that Uzi decided to come back and bless us with another album, so we could see how good those songs are too. Because there was a lot of good ones on the last one. And I know I talk about them a lot, guys. I know. But I'm extending hope that JID drops by the end of the year. I'm sorry. Just listen, okay? It's something that I'm genuinely hoping happens at least sometime in December. Like, that's all I want. Just at the very least. You don't have to give me nothing crazy. A little pack of something, maybe 5 songs or something like that. Give me something I need to eat for the rest of this quarter. Like, I know I already have these amazing other albums that I can listen to and spam around for the rest of the year, but like, come on, man, you need to drop something, Jid. Damn, man, you got a couple good songs that shit came out recently. I mean, there's 2 freestyles you came out with this year. I need more, bro. I need more. So seeing as I'm talking about albums this entire time, I might as well talk about some singles that came out that I enjoyed. Another rapper that I have really enjoyed recently, I'm pretty sure I talked about him as well, is Saba. He came out with a song with No ID, who was a producer, called How to Impress God. I've been listening to him for a couple years now. He's been right up there with JID and Smino and a lot of those other artists that are kind of underground, but they're really good at creating a very like soulful vibe type of thing, and something you can, like I said in that other episode, just like chill, sit back and smoke to. And I really enjoy that, even though I don't partake in smoking, but like it's something that just can calm you down. You can listen to for however long and just vibe out. Like all you gotta do is just shake your head back and forth and just chill out. It's something to listen to. So this song, how to impress God, it essentially is about how he realized that even though he's done so much, packing arenas, houses for his family and things of that nature, he knows that all that matters is that the love that he put into what he was doing was genuine, and he is talking to God, and God is basically saying that the only thing that he is happy about is that he continued to do exactly that. And I actually feel as if that was a really good thing for him to talk about in that song, because that's a good thing to know. Like, I know that I've done all of these different things, and I'm doing a whole bunch of like things to get material things for my family and stuff like that. But all that really matters is that I put my all into it, and that's really what matters. And that can go for a lot of different things in a lot of different situations. So I respect that in a lot of ways, and that's why I still listen to Sabbath, because he always puts like a genuine aspect into whatever he's rapping about, and I mess with that, man. And I can't wait for this album that comes out with him and No ID. He actually just started talking about, like he just posted a little video talking about the album is just about on its way to. So I'm thinking the rollout is about to start happening for the rest of the songs on it, because the others, like I said, have been great. And I recommend listening to some of those songs as well to anybody who wants to just get that chill out vibe that I talked about. Also, there's another two songs actually that came out by an R&B singer called Phabo, Phabo. And the two songs that came out were Fur Coat and Kissing in the Club. R&B songs. He's a great singer. It's something just to vibe to. I highly recommend these two songs. Good singles after his Don't Get Too Cozy album. And I wrote down, it was just vibes on top of vibes. Great R&B is still around. You just have to look for it. It was sonically smooth. I love the way that he uses the guitars in his songs, and it sounds amazing. Great vocals as well. Yeah. And he's been coming out with some great songs recently. So anybody who needs some help finding some good R&B, there it is. Out of R&B back into rap a little bit. A song that I wasn't expecting actually to come out, but I am happy it did, because JID decided to drop a verse on Ab-Soul's song called Crazier. I'm anticipating the fact that he's coming out with an album, because he just came out with another song called All That with another artist, and Ab-Soul on that song was going crazy. So I'm expecting that Ab-Soul's coming out with another album. I didn't listen to him a whole bunch. I've mostly listened to like Kendrick Lamar and the other people on the label as well, but I will say that I have listened to like maybe two or three singles off of his album called Herbert that came out. The name of them are like, the name of those songs is losing me at this current moment, but it was good, so I'm looking forward to this album. And I will say that JID did what he had to do. Both him and Ab-Soul's verse went crazy. No pun intended. And then I also put down, just basically two great rappers on a great beat. That's really the main thing I got from that song. They were just talking ish type thing, and I enjoyed it. A lyric that stood out to me actually in Ab-Soul's verse, with the crazy flows that he was doing and just like the lyrics that he was saying, there was one that was like Phoenix out the ashes, like they done cremated Joaquin. That is fire. That was a great bar. But yeah, it was a good song, man. It was a fantastic song, and I thoroughly recommend anybody to listen to that album or those songs and albums that I just talked about. Hey man, there's some good music still coming out here, and I thoroughly have enjoyed it recently. So yeah, that is that topic. As you can tell, I can talk about music for a long period of time, because that's one of my favorite things in this world at the current moment. So, I only have one last thing to say. If you are listening to this podcast, I want to say I appreciate you for listening to me ramble. I can yap for a long period of time, and I will continue to do so. Only thing is, I'm just hoping you guys decide to come back every single time. And lastly, but certainly not least, if we are this close into this election and you are not voting, hey man, I don't know, man. Like, it's so much stuff that is insane going on with this election at the current moment. Somebody needs to just, like, we all need to chip in as much as possible. And people that are undecided, I don't know how you're undecided at this point when you've heard so many things from so many sides. I don't get it. But this is not a super political podcast, so we're going to keep it that way. So as of right now, I can tell I have taken up so much of you guys' time, and you guys know what that means. So I just want to thank anyone who decided to stop by, give me a listen to me ramble for a good 40 something minutes. I appreciate anyone who decides to step in here and rate it 5 stars after listening, and hopefully somebody gets something out of this. That is the only thing that will be great for me, is if I know that somebody got a good song recommendation out of this, or if somebody got some good information from the last episode, something like that. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. I don't know why my accent started happening, but I guess this is happening. Thank you so much for listening. This has been the Zoom Out Podcast with your host, Vaughn Baptiste. Have a good rest of your day. And peace.